grade, this is Mrs. Haney. Today I wanted to talk about how to multiply a fraction and a whole number. And I have the steps up on the board, so let's take a look. The first step is to actually turn the whole number into a fraction. You can't multiply until you have a fraction times a fraction. So the way we turn a whole number into a fraction is by putting it over a denominator of 1. That way we're not actually changing the value of our whole number. 2 is the same as 2 over 1 because this fraction is the same as saying 2 divided by 1, which is 2. So we haven't changed the value of our number. Now we've just created two fractions so that we can easily multiply the numerators together and multiply the denominators together. This is different from adding and subtracting fractions because we don't need common denominators. We just simply multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators, and then we simplify. So let's start. We multiply 2 times 3 is 6, and 1 times 4 is 4. Now our last and final step is to simplify. That can mean a few different things. Sometimes it just means reduce the fraction. Other times it means right now we have an improper fraction, so we have to go through the steps to divide and end up with a mixed number because we can't leave the fraction improper. So this is the same step as the video about the mad cartwheel. If you want to go back and refresh your memory by watching that, we can do the mad cartwheel to turn a mixed number into an improper fraction, or we can do the opposite, which is divide the improper fraction to turn it into a mixed number. So I'm going to divide 6 divided by 4. I have it set up. 4 can go into 6 one time. 1 becomes our whole number. 4 times 1 is 4. Subtract, I'm left with a remainder of 2, which becomes my numerator. Keep my denominator of 4. So now I have 1 and 2/4. I have to continue to simplify because I can divide this fraction top and bottom by 2. Now I end up with 1 and a half, and that would be my final answer for 2 over 1 times 3 over 4. Okay, let's try another example. Let's try 4 times 1/2. So step 1, put my whole number over a denominator of 1. Now go ahead and multiply the numerators. 4 times 1 is 4. Multiply the denominators. 1 times 2 is 2. If you notice, 4 over 2 is the same as 4 divided by 2, which gives me an even whole number of 2. There is no remainder when I divide that out, so there is no mixed number. I'm simply left with a whole number, and that's okay. Sometimes that's the case. There's also a situation where you multiply a fraction times a whole number. If we have the whole number of 1 and we put it over 1, you know that you're going to get that same fraction back. And that's okay. Sometimes when you multiply a whole number times a fraction, you will just get a fraction. You could just get a whole number, or you could get a mixed number. All three of those situations are acceptable when you're multiplying a whole number times a fraction. All right, check back for another video about how to multiply a fraction times a fraction. Thanks for watching.